Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Star Citizen Alpha 3.11 adds a new set of features which allow for something potentially pretty cool gameplay wise. The ability to assault space stations, take out their defences and lock those space stations down to some extent. This is due to a few features coming online at the same time. Armistice or green zones around stations are now areas where you can fire your ship weapons. So is that carnage? Well, no it's not. The law system is in place around that area and it's been expanded with some different laws. So you are afforded the protection of the station if you are lawful, but if you are a law breaker, a criminal, and you enter that zone, it will give you a warning saying you need to leave, and then if you don't, and you get close to the station defences, they'll attack you. So these stations have quite a lot of defences. Lots of small size 4 turrets around each of the landing pads, as well as some larger size 6 sort of turrets that are on little satellites nearby around the perimeter. And there are also a few big old size 10 weapon platforms, which you don't really want to get shot by, because they did a lot of damage. The static defences, however, are quite manageable to attack and avoid. If you're going for that, they're spaced out pretty well. It might be hard to land for sure if you're a criminal there, and it's going to keep ships that want to attack these areas moving at the very least, because you're not going to want to stand still while you're in range of those turrets. But it does give you at least a bit of protection if you are a lawful player or wanting to use this station if someone wants to attack it or try and get to you. But what if you attack it with a hammerhead or 2 or a few other ships? Well, you can actually plow through those defences pretty easily. The size 10 ones, they take a lot of punishment though. Torpedoes seem to be pretty effective for sure. At the moment, they don't have the best destroyed states, these turrets at the moment, so they sort of like stop working rather than explode. Some of the turrets just sort of like snap back and point in a direction and go, is that turret on or off? Well, I can't target it, so it's probably destroyed at the moment. And they have a respawn, sort of become active again timer of around 5 minutes, though they will be tweaking that in the future. There are other protections and laws in that area as well, so if someone's targeting you with a missile, they lock onto you, you can engage them without getting a criminal rating yourself. So if someone does a hostile action towards you, you don't have to worry too much. You can go, well, that I'm afforded the protection of the station if they actually attack me, but if they sort of lock you with a missile or whatever, you can attack them without getting a criminal rating yourself, so bear that in mind. The real danger, however, for people that are attacking those stations or being criminals around that area really comes from the security forces that will turn up, and they will ramp up their attacks against criminals now. So the new heat system is actually pretty cool. As criminal ratings ramp up, as too will the amount of security and type of security ships that will respond. Over time, you're going to have a lot of powerful ships starting to respond, and if you've got a big fleet with you, and you're all criminals, then they're going to have a big fleet response from the security forces, and they keep on coming and coming and coming. There is an extreme danger for larger ships as well. You've got your hammerhead flying around, but they're going to call in retaliators and torpedo you into oblivion. So if you're not careful, you don't keep it out of range, or you don't take those retaliators out very quickly. If you want to have a bit more of a fleet battle, then this is actually a pretty good laugh. You'll need to work together to actually take out and split up ships. So this sounds like it could be pandemonium, and it is while you're in it. If you're participating in that, yes, and you're surviving for a long period of time, because lots and lots and lots of ships are going to turn up and you're going to be able to have a big old fleet battle. However, when you die, you're going to go to prison if you've been attacking security forces and stations, and you might have a good many hours on your record as you've been involved with multiple crimes now. And that's how the law system sort of supports this type of gameplay, by making sure it can't go on for too long. You're going to be getting your criminal ratings. There's going to be missions generated for players to come and hunt you and fight you as well. So I really like that aspect of it. Also, as a side note, prison escape has changed a little. It's at least fractionally, it's become a little bit more dynamic. You have to sort of put codes into stuff. I think it's still better to not escape and actually just get out of prison legit by fixing oxygen machines and mining. That just sort of makes more sense because it's a more easy way of consistently getting out quickly. Is there a point in assaulting stations at the moment then? Well, not really, not at the moment. In the future, I would expect there would be a lot of gameplay around attacking and defending stations. At the moment, it's a fun sort of exercise in survival and teamwork. It's something quite cool to do. It is in PTU phase, so bear that in mind. It's wave 1 of PTU, so some stuff might change. And hopefully Cloud Imperium will add some form of mission associated with it, or maybe there'll be reasons that an org wants to lock down a station for profit in the coming patches. So yeah, but we're going to see these mechanics evolve somewhat during the PTU phase, at least balance-wise. And something this really does genuinely allow is Cloud Imperium to test a lot of functionality of removing the security around armistice zones. So yeah, you have security ramping up, you have the ability to actually fire weapons. What does that actually do? How does that make players play? Is there weird stuff that happens that's not pad ramming anymore? Star Citizen at its core at the moment is a game being built, and these sort of mechanics get iterated on quite rapidly and lead to lots of other interesting gameplay, some of which is sort of unforeseen even by Cloud Imperium and its designers at the moment, because they go, oh, actually, if we iterate on this, then we can have these station defense missions, or we can have these station attack missions, or these sort of defenses work really well for this mechanic. And as they evolve the lore system, as they evolve and respond to what players do, we're going to see gameplay directly from that, and that is something that excites me about Star Citizen. Yes, it's a slow burn when it comes to its development. Sometimes I don't know what they are doing priority-wise. I'm a bit confused by it, but sometimes you get little gems of gameplay like this that sort of like appear in a patch, and if they play it right, if there's a mission associated with it, if there's a reason to do it more in the future, even if it's just, I know, reverse bounties. So you give the criminal players reasons to attack a station because they get paid for every ship and turret they take out. Great. I'm going to be happy with that. That sounds great, because then there's counter missions for players to go and take them out. Just something really simple like that would be absolutely fantastic. Or even initiate combat with a station and security forces in an area and stay in that area for as long as possible, and you get paid the longer you're in that area for afterwards. So like a little survival thing. Some pretty simple stuff, but I think it would genuinely be pretty good. But what do you think? Will you be messing around trying to fight stations by yourself or with your org? Do you think they need to have reasons to attack them ASAP in-game? Are you worried about an org taking over a station and then being like locked down in there? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What am I shilling for today, I hear you ask? Do you hate it when people steal all of your money and your house over the internet? I know I do. NordVPN may have been invented by wizards to help protect your personal data from the prying eyes of the dark web, a sinister cabal of technomancers that grow in power the more they know about your browsing habits. The true story of NordVPN's origins are unknown and lost to the ages, and without using facts, no one really knows how it provides more accessibility to otherwise censored websites or a safer security experience for all that use it. All I know is that it does, and that when you sign up to it, the power level of my bank account grows, and I use it, and maybe you should too. Every month we have a Star Citizen ship giveaway. For October 2020, it is for a Mercury Star Runner. This highly anticipated multi-role ship is going to be great for small to medium-sized crews that want to do a bit of everything, whether that be cargo running, data running, missions, combat, smuggling, all that sort of jazz. And it's going to be in-game and flyable very soon. All you've got to do to be in for a chance of winning one is comment on any of my videos made during October, including this one. More details down below.